let's talk about speed to lead in ProLine. Speed to lead is all about getting messages to new leads as quickly as possible. ProLine has the capability for most lead sources to automate sending emails and text messages to new leads within seconds of them submitting a form or whatever other collection method each lead source is using. And the way this typically is set up in a ProLine account is a new lead would go into this new leads stage here, and then depending on how that lead source was integrated, one of the speed to lead campaigns that are in your account would get triggered. So we preload in some speed to lead campaigns that you can build your own as well, but we have ones already set up for Angie, Roof Quote Pro, and then also just for your general website leads. We have stuff for canvassing. So if a lot of times if you're canvassing and you get someone's information, you just want to have some sort of follow-up drip after that lead collection occurs. So that's also a form of speed to lead. But the main ones are going to be these platforms that you integrate in that are online. And so the way this works is there's three different ways to integrate lead sources with ProLine, and pretty much every lead source, with some rare exceptions, can be integrated to ProLine one of these three ways. So the first one is through our web leads integration, which is here on our integrations page. So you're able to build a webhook that can be added to most online form plugins for like WordPress, and basically this would typically get set up by your website manager or whoever's managing your ads. They would be the one managing your landing pages and your forms and all of that. So they would be able to collect or connect those forms into ProLine and funnel those new leads into like a website leads, or maybe like a Facebook ads speed to lead campaign, for example. Then the other method here is going to be our web forms. So we support embedded web forms in ProLine. So you can build out a website form. You tell ProLine what the information that you want to collect, and then you can set what the lead source is, what stage you want them to go into, what campaign you want to start, and this can be actually added right onto your website. So you can just add this form to your website, and then you're good to go. It's automatically connected to ProLine. All new leads that are submitting that form are going to go into ProLine for speed to lead, all ready and good to go. We can preview this here. So these are what the forms look like, but you can also customize the coloring to make it match your website or landing page, so that you have full control there. And then lastly, the third method is going to be a Zapier integration. So we have an amazing Zapier app that allows you to connect pretty much any other any other platform that has a Zapier app can get connected through Zapier to ProLine. And so you can use that to collect leads that way and start campaigns and do the exact same thing as you can with these other methods as well. And Zapier, of course, is a little bit more of a hassle, and there's some costs involved with that. So you always want to try to use either our web leads or web forms to start. But depending on the lead source, we can't cover everything, and so Zapier really just gives you that third option there, where regardless of your lead source, if you can't use web leads or can't use web forms, you can probably figure it out with Zapier. So there's pretty much always a way to connect lead sources into ProLine. And the thing with the speed to lead is this is so powerful at increasing the value of your leads that you're collecting. I've seen this time and time again where someone comes in and they're like, we asked them, part of our process is asking them where they're getting their leads. And they'll come into ProLine, they'll start using ProLine, and they'll say, we're getting some leads from Angie, for example, and we don't really like it. 8 out of 10 don't ever answer when we reach out to them, and so on and so forth. And then we set them up with speed to lead through ProLine, and they 2 weeks later, they're coming back to us like, it's completely the opposite now. 8 out of 10 leads are responding to us instead of ignoring us. And it's like, yeah, because you're hitting them with messages within seconds of them submitting that form. That's when the lead is hot. That's when their interest is highest, at the moment that they're submitting the form. And so you're going to have a much higher conversion rate of leads into appointments and then into deals with speed to lead set up relative to having it not set up. And the thing is, the other CRMs don't do this. Other CRMs don't have speed to lead built into them. And so, you're forced to use some third-party tool if you want to have any kind of speed to lead set up. You have to use some other tool that has to get integrated into your CRM. But then all that communication through there is missing. It's not logged automatically in your CRM. You're using some random phone number, random email. It's not going to work the same way as it does here in ProLine. In ProLine, all that communication, all that speed to lead communication gets automatically logged in the activity for each project. So you're seeing all the text, you're seeing all the emails and the calls, and it's right here in the CRM, good to go. You don't have to transfer it over. You don't have to rely on some crazy integration that doesn't work half the time. And so it's just a way smoother experience when it comes to speed to lead, just having it right built into ProLine. You don't have to pay for anything else. It's all included in the cost. And so that's good to go there. And you can absolutely, we have all of this built out already, all these campaigns, but you can absolutely customize these. So here's an example for websites. We have emails, we have text messages, and this is, as you can see, this goes on for quite a long time. And so this is a fairly long campaign, but if you want to change these messages, you can come in, customize these, make them work for your company, make them unique to you. We highly recommend that, but it's absolutely not required. These speed to lead campaigns have generated millions of dollars in sales from new leads on behalf of ProLine users. So everything's good to go. The only thing that has to get done when you are coming into ProLine is this integration piece. And if you're working with, if you have someone that's managing your website, they're going to be able to help you with this, get this set up fairly easily. We have very good documentation on all of this, step-by-step videos. So everything is here that's needed to get this set up. And once you do, it's going to transform how you are collecting and converting leads into appointments.